Okay guys, what's up? I am waiting for a few more people to show up and then we'll get started. Moderating the chat. Hey Jerry, hey Robert, Jermaine, what's up? So I'm just waiting for a few more people and then I'll get going. I got some planes out here. Main thing, Williams lurking again. Hey, get involved, man. You don't need to sit back and lurk. Say something. Say something to me, man. But if you guys have questions about anything, think about those questions and, write them down or put them in the chat here. But getting some final setup here and then we'll be getting on with the show. What's up, Wayne's RC? Hopefully we'll get a few more people. Then I'll get started. Trying to get over 10 before I get going. So sit tight. Keep saying stuff in the chat. I'll be right back. Okay guys, almost ready. Just waiting for a little bit more. I see 10. It seems to be lagging. I set my computer up in a better spot, so it shouldn't be lagging today. But let me just go over what I'm going to do. I have my Eflite F-18. It's set up here. I wanted to just go do a quick overview. I actually have 3 planes out here, but I have 1 plugged in, ready to go. So it's the Eflite F-18. Then I've got my free wing 70mm F-35, free wing F-5, and an FMS 70mm F-18. They're all out here. So you guys can, if anybody has any questions about those, I might be able to pull those out and show you guys too. But right now I have the Eflite F-18 sitting here on the table ready to go. 10 people, 11 people. Okay. Hopefully we can get a little bit more in here. It's earlier than yesterday. Thanks for you guys that came and hung out with me yesterday. That was 35 deep. Most of the broadcasts. I really appreciate it. Also, if you guys see on the screen there, you can see that I have the actual address for the only place that you can get my afterburners. There is an imposter out there trying to take my name, the GOONIAC RCEDF Creations, and make it a website. And there is no website. The Facebook page is the only one. So if you want to find me, the only way to get to me is to go through that Facebook page. There's a messenger that I answer to really quickly there. Or you can go to GOONIAC33@gmail.com. And I can answer your questions there, or even I can do orders there too. I prefer not to do a website at the moment just because it allows me to stay on top of everything. So there's a faker out there. It's taking my name and switching it to his own website, which is a far inferior product. Will rob thrust from your plane. It's more complicated to set up, requires calibration and other stuff. So don't go for the faker, go for the real one. There's only one Firey Booty. That Firey Booty is made by me. So email Bruce Beamer, email GOONIAC33@gmail.com. Easiest way to remember it is my YouTube channel is GOONIAC33. So it's my YouTube channel name at gmail.com. I'll type it in for you guys too, though, so you can see it. But yeah, don't be fooled. It's kind of cute, and I think it's funny that people are trying to. I think it's cool somebody wants to be me, but unfortunately, you can only get it from me. It almost feels like somebody's got a crush on me, but you know, hey, whatever. Don't want to look at it that way. Sky Blazer, only if that's actually seen as a channel can you use it. On the Lemon RX, channel 7 is aux 2, which is considered bind. So that one works, but I don't know about the AR636. RC Air Marshal will have to check and see. So Robert Ortlieb, what are you saying? Gucciac? Did you get a burner from someone else? If you did, let me help you out. But, or is that just a joke? Because that is pretty funny. Yeah, this person actually went to the effort of buying up all of the names that would be associated with me. So anything that would be gooniac33.com or gooniac.com, they bought it and have it so that it switches to their website, and they already have it registered under their name, so I can't even use it for my own stuff. So yeah. Dave's RC, I know he was talking about me last night, and that's flattering. But I ain't working in this damn strip club. I don't care what he says. He can't be my pimp. No, thank you. Where is Dave? It would be great if he came in today too, because that was fun with him on there yesterday. I thought you were teasing, Robert. All right, so hey, I see 15 people, so let me get in here. Yeah, I saw that too. Changes this. Well, we'll just have to. Let me see if you guys are moderators. If you're moderators, hopefully it won't say anything in here, because if it does, you guys can hop on them. But whatever. People that want to spend all that time and effort to do that stuff just cracks me up. Like I said, I think it's somebody with a crush. And if you got a crush on me, hey, that's really cute. Very cute. So anyway, there's a screen. Nick's RC, which 70 millimeter? Because as I just showed the screen now, there's two that are 70 millimeters. That one over there is a 70. This one right here is a 70. So this one right here is an 80. This is the Eflite F-18. So I've got that stuff set up in there too, so you guys can see. Get it a little closer. My neighbors are rocking out to some Al Green too, so you guys might hear some music and laughing. But hey, that's cool, as long as they're happy, right? So, Robert, I like 64s. I've had a few. I've stepped up to bigger ones, so I don't think I have anything 64. But when the new MiG comes out, I'm going to be getting that, and that's 64, twin 64. I wanted a MiG 29 really bad, so now I'm getting it. But 64s are great. I prefer 6S stuff right now because 6S is easier to work with. If you are getting into EDFs, 64 millimeter jets are great. So the Free Wing makes some. There's a Super Hornet that they make that is really good on a 64. It flies on 4S. What else is there? There are a couple planes that are good. There's a 3S powered F-86, MiG-15, and then a Panther that you can get from that you can also get from Motion. If you guys do plan on doing that, I have a fan combo that works really good in 64 millimeter fans. So, see any other questions going on? I think everybody in here has wrenches, so we're good to go. So John Rothberg, let me get you a wrench. There you go. Got a wrench. Cool. So as I was saying earlier, I wanted to go over the F-18, which I've got here, and I've got it facing inside of the battery bay, so you can see what is in there. I don't want this to run on too long, too, guys, because don't want to bore anybody. But this is going to show you how things hook up and how things set up. So I'll just go through the basics here. So I did the installation last night for those of you that missed it. You can still watch it on replay if you want. But let me go over the parts. So this is the unit itself, right here. This is the controller. So this wire here is going back to the afterburner in the rear. There's a switch on the unit. I leave it on there because some people don't want this on all the time. So if you want to cut it off, you can, and then just solder these two wires together. But I don't do that. I leave it on. I leave a choice. Some people have embedded these in the side. I think Jeff Customs RC did that. Embedded in the side, have the switch embedded too. It can be done however you want. But so that's it. Let's go over that again. So this is the controller. That plugs into the LED here that goes to the back. This is the balance adapter here. If you notice, there are two wires, a red and a black. The red one only goes halfway because I'm only pulling 3S. Because that's all that is needed, and it does not throw anything out of balance. Don't worry. So let's see that. Then let's do the. Okay, so we'll go through the connections. So that's that, and then this plugs into. Can't see in there, but my receiver's there. I have this plugged into a spare channel, so that I can actuate it on its own. And I'll show you all that here in a minute. So let's go through the plug-in sequence. So first thing you do is plug in the plane. All right, so radio's on, plug in the plane. So it's always a pain. There we go. Okay, so it's good to go. And then grab the balance lead, just right there. Always line up your leads, make sure it's right. It's polarized, so you can only plug it in one way, but if you don't think about it, you can do it backwards. So see those lines there? Line those up. Another way to think of it is like this. The red goes towards the red. Can't see that. The red will go towards the red. So let's put that in. There we go. So good. Now you can see what it's going to do. So the burner right now is set to, when you see it flashing like that, you see the flashing light? That means that it's at neutral, which it is right now. I'm going to hit
throttle cut.
Throttle cut. Then I'm going to advance the throttle. Once you see it come on, it's going to go dim. So see, it's dim. Then it gets brighter. I don't know if you can see that. There, now you can. So there's flashing. Then there's dim. And there's bright. All right, so there, that's working. Okay, so now turn it off. I'm going to close everything up here. I'm going to turn it around. Let's see. All right, give me a second. Okay, so let's go down. Sorry for the shaking. So there you go. Now you can see the rear of the plane.
Takeoff flaps. Landing flaps. Takeoff flaps. Flaps up.
So if anybody has questions about this plane too, let me know. I have to get my chat back up so I can see what you guys are saying. Nick's RC, hey, I'm gonna give you a wrench. There you go. Okay, so everybody see what's going on so far? You gotta let me know. I have no way of knowing other than the chat. Bruce Beamer FMS T45 is a sweet little plane. I love it. What's up, Hamilton's Hangar? Alright, so I got that. I still got throttle cut, so now I'm gonna run it up. So about half throttle comes on. It's right there. That's only half. And as you go higher, it gets brighter. So that's half. And then that is full. So yeah, that's it. And it's really simple. Now, if you don't want to do it the way that I've done it, if you don't want to do it with the separate channel, the easiest thing to do is just use a Y cable on your throttle channel. And then there's nothing to set up. You just plug it in. It's good to go. And it will come on at a little past half throttle, just like that. And then once you get to full, it'll go full bright.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
So that's it. And it works that way for pretty much every plane. My whole focus was making it simple. Hope you can hear my neighbor singing over there. Anyway, it's really simple, super simple. Okay. So Robert, I hate saying, but love your opinion on lemon receivers. Why do you hate saying it? Lemons are awesome. Super easy. I want it to be easy. So I'm glad that you appreciate that, William. And yeah, Randy, even though there's 2 outlets, I only use 1, but I use a crazy bright array. So you can see 2, and I'll just keep moving it so you guys can see. But yeah, there's 1, boom. Firey. And also keep in mind, this battery is at storage charge right now. So another thing to think about too, this setup works off of 12 volts. So if you, and I've done this before, I did it on accident a couple times. If you take off with a discharge battery that's at storage voltage, this thing won't come on, because under load, it's going to be under 12 volts. So it's kind of a good indicator. If you know you've plugged things in, and then you go to take off and you notice that there's no Firey Booty, that means that your battery's dead. And also when you're flying, if you notice that it starts going low and flickering, that means that your battery's dying. So it's something else to think about. It was kind of an unintended thing, but it works. Because I did it once with my F-22. I think Nate was there. Took off with my F-22, and I'm like, why isn't the afterburner working? I plugged it in, and then about 2 minutes into the flight, the plane just dies. I'm like, oh crap, I chose a bad battery. So cool. So let's see. I'm checking out the chat right now. So also, guys, just take a look at the screen, and you'll see if you want to order from me, the only way to do it is to go through that Facebook page. And then also, if you have other questions, you can contact me at gooniac33@gmail.com. That's another way. But there is a fake website. It's not me. It's someone else. Don't do it. Get your Firey Booty from the only place that sells Firey Booties, and that's from me. So yeah. So any questions, anybody? Comments, questions? Let's see. Yeah, Robert, lemons. I have been totally blown away by lemons. So let's see, Randy, how many prop planes? Okay, I have my GB, my P-51, ME-163, Mini B-17. I have a Cessna LED plane, and I have a Sky Surfer trainer. So what is that, 5? Oh, and I have a P-47 on the waist. That'll be 6. That's the one I won on Hangar 51's page. Craft King, thanks for showing up, man. So yeah, anything else coming up, guys? Any questions? We'll get this going again. I'll just turn it on and leave it fiery for a minute. So let's see. So Randy. Got people asking me questions.
Time remaining
offline.
1 minute.
So it's going to talk. Let's go to full. Make it full bright so you can see. Let's see here. Let's go back to the chat. So Hamilton, yes. Most of the time they come balanced.
30 seconds.
But if you notice that there's any shaking or vibration, you should balance it. I don't think I have a video. And hey, John Hill, how you doing? Yeah, there's ways to do it. Maybe I'll do a video on how to balance a prop. Go up a little bit. Let's see the other planes in the back. So yeah, Hamilton, if you feel any vibration, it's out of balance. Even if it doesn't sound bad, but if there's any vibration, you'll see it and feel it. I mean, you'll see it by something flapping around on the plane. Flycat. That sounds like an outrunner size Nix RC. If it is, there's still ways to do it. It's just not really easy. So also, do any of you guys actually have this plane? This the Eflite F-18? Because a lot of people have had issues with it. Mainly here on the elevators, they've had problems. Actually, there you can see it. I put little keepers on there to hold them in place. So if these actually pop out, because that's just held in by a little channel. If those pop out, this will hold it in place. So there's a video I had posted showing how to do that. And Bruce Beamer, yeah, it's bigger. It's bigger than the one over there on the fence. That one's a 70. This one's an 80. Believe it or not, that 70 is faster. But this one flies super scale. It's a joy to fly once you get used to it. So Robert, what do you like about the lemons? So anything else, guys? Anybody else want to see anything else? Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to set one up. Let me get the F-35. I'm going to go dark here for a second, but I'll be right back. I'm going to set up the other plane. Okay, so let's start the camera back. All right, I got my F-35 out now. So let's get this thing switched over. I'll hook this one up so you guys can see. So I'll go through the whole setup sequence with this too.
Off. Gyro initialized. Normal mode.
Okay, so let's get it plugged in. Like that. And let's get the burner plugged in. Also, let's make sure that everything's right. It is. Flashing light. Flashing light means that it's working and it's in neutral. Alright, so it's that way. That there.
Gear down.
Get the gear down. Okay. So we're facing the wrong direction. Let's switch that. Get my wheel chocks going the other way. So on this one, I actually painted the repainted the tail cone, made it a slightly more realistic color. Hey, what's up, Michael Honeychuck? And yeah, Robert Ortlieb never had a problem. They actually range check twice as far as spectrums that I've had.
Throttle cut.
So let's see. Hey, it's okay. Don't worry about it, EQ. Did you think it? No, the only issue is, did you think you were going through me, or did you know you were getting it from him? If you knew you were getting it from him, no big deal. But if you were tricked into getting it, that's when I've got an issue. If it was just, if you wanted to get it from him, hey, that's fine. I got no problem. But if he duped you into thinking it was me, that's when I have an issue. So there we go. Everybody ask about flicker. Look at what it's doing. It's flickering. Okay, so there's that. That's only half. And that's full. Half. Flickering going on. Full. Nix RC, there's a way to do it. I think I'm going to come up with a how-to, and I'll sell you the parts. It's not hard to do. Just need to get a little LED strip, which I have, the controller, which I have, and then you have to do some extra work. Since it's an outrunner, you've got to make a channel for the LEDs to go into, and it'll work. It's not hard. It actually looks better when it comes from the inside instead of the outside. I can help you out. So anyway, let's do that again. But as I said, I painted it in here. I painted it white. It makes it a lot easier to see in the air. I don't know if Nate is still here, but Nate saw me fly it with it painted, and it made a big difference. And yes, it is clear coated Bruce Beamer. I actually bought it that way. I bought it used, but I sealed I glued the wings in place, so now it's even stiffer than before. So there we go. Firey Booty engaged. Okay, cool. Nick, yeah, just email me. I'll help you out. It's not as easy as what I'm doing now, but if you can put the work in, put the effort in, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's not hard. It just takes a little bit of extra work. Also, this plane does have a Lemon RX gyro in it, Robert. This is the 7-channel Lemon RX, and it really helps. When I flew it without, it was doing a lot of this, and the tail was wobbling around. With the gyro in, it cleans everything up. Looks real good. Let's get the burner going again. I'll get it on flicker mode.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Let's get it to flicker. There's flicker. So cool. What other questions, guys? Still got 15 people here. Cool, EQ. I just put together an SU-30 burner today. Also, EQ, if you have free wing outrunners, let me know, because I have, as long as they're not 70, free wing outrunners 80 and 90. I make those. So yeah. Yeah, and congrats on that thing too. Hopefully you get it.
Time remaining 1 minute.
Let's go up to full. Back. I think that's pretty cool on this plane. Thanks, Graphene. Yeah, Robert Ortley, they're pretty dang amazing.
30 seconds.
So what else is up, guys? Yeah, Michael Honeychuck, I have one right here.
9, 8, 7, 6,
right there. That's
5,
a 70.
4,
That's an in-runner.
3, 2, 1. Time expired.
You want to see that one? I can hook that one up so you can see. EQ, anything free wing, high performance is an in-runner. I have that, but the regular one is an outrunner, and I have that too. So Michael Honeychuck, want to see the F-18? I can hook that one up, the little one. I can hook the little guy up. I can hook that thing up. Give me a minute. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Got my trusty F-18. This one's been used and abused, but it still flies amazing.
Normal mode.
So let me hook this one up so you guys can see it too. Stuart Golding, hey, what's up, man? Thanks for showing up. Yeah, Stuart Golding, I love the plane. Took a little getting used to, but it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right, so ignore the mess. The inside of this plane is a total mess. But as I said, it's one of my favorite planes. This one I have all pre-wired, so there's no having to connect anything. I have it wired in, but the burner still works the same. Let's handle that. Just again. Neighbor's singing again. Let me look at the chat. EQ sounds like you got a deal. Okay, let me get this thing plugged in so I can get all this plugged in. Turn that down, all on. Okay. Like I said, ignore the mess. It's a total mess in there. Let's get the gear out.
Gear down.
All right. And again, I faced the wrong direction. All right. So this is one of my older ones. I haven't changed the burner in this yet, but still really bright. This is the older setup.
Throttle cut.
Throttle cut is activated. There's low. And there's full. This is an older LED. Still really bright, but it's an older one, and I haven't changed it. This one I kind of lined with aluminum tape. So that sounds like a good deal, EQ. So there you go. That's it for this one. This isn't the stock 70 millimeter, but it is the same size as the stock 70 millimeter. So if you've got this plane, I do sell stock for this. It's the same ones that come in the SU-30. Just two of them in there.
3 minutes.
One of them in this. So yeah, so guys, this is only one LED, but it is stupid bright. There's no need to have a twin in there. Some of the other designs are twin, which are really bright, but the downside is they rob a lot of thrust.
Takeoff flaps. Landing flaps.
So
flaps up.
What I prefer to do is do that one single that's really bright, put it in the middle, and it works really good. And Michael Honeycheck, I have a silver paint too. It's sold by Michaels. It's made for plastic, and it works really good. But if you want bright, believe it or not, white is the better color. White is a better color. Let me grab that real quick. Hold on, guys. So this paint is sold by, I got it at Michael's. It's Krylon Shortcuts. And this is actually silver. So you can see, I don't know if you can see. You guys see that? And yeah, white works the best. Silver works okay, but white actually reflects the best. So that's, you can get all colors, so you can get a white in these guys. This doesn't require any prep. All you do is the prep, when I say prep, I mean it doesn't require primer. All you need to do is just spray it in there. Clean it, make sure there's no mold release in there. But that's it. Leave it on low.
Timer cleared.
And all the way up to full. Hey, there's Nate. So I think I went through all but my F5 because I don't have a burner in the F5 right now. But yeah, so anybody else have questions? Anything else? I see 20 people in here again. That's cool. Thanks for hanging out. But open floor. Let me know if there's anything you want to know about anything. It doesn't have to be about the planes I've got out. Just about anything. So yeah, let me show the paint again. I'll just put it up here. That paint works really good. All different colors. I use the black on this because this plane was done in a custom scheme. I got everything from Cali Graphics, but I had to paint the verticals, and I did that with this paint, but with the black color. So yeah, can be done. Hey Mike Keller, what's up? And yes, you're right, Robert. Painting it black first does help. So again, on this one, I have I put a couple strips of aluminum tape that I got from Harbor Freight. Hey, and there's Jeff's Custom. What's up, man?
Time remaining 3 minutes.
So yeah, and I have this set up on a spare channel too, guys. This is a harder way to do it, but it's not that hard. You just have to have a spare channel, and then you can make it work independent of the throttle. So you can hit throttle kill and still turn it on. So Craft King, Great Plains Phaser. Doesn't that thing look kind of like a Mirage? But I think they might have a weird sized EDF in there. If it's not any of the normal sizes, it might be hard to upgrade. But okay, so somebody has a 64 millimeter. Dakota. Some reason after flying a pack, my burner would be on at no throttle. So when you fly, everything works normal, but then once you come down, it just stays on. That could be a bad that could be a bad controller. And if it is, get a hold of me. I'll send you a new one. Yeah, Craft King, there aren't many 55s. Believe it or not, there are some 50s that will work better. EQ, yes, I'm working on a burner for 120 right now, for a JP 120. I've done a 70 JP, done a 90 JP, I've done a 105 JP. Now I'm working on the 120. Yes, I do. I have one, Stuart. I had it already hooked up and fired it up for everybody to see. Now I've been going through the others that I have. Although I don't think it would be that hard to set it up again. So give me a second, I'll set it up for you. You unplug this, and I'll set that one up so you can see. Oops. Is this unplugged? Gotta get the gear off. What the hell? As Pilot Robert would say, what the hell? Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I have a weird ritual where I set up my plane this way to plug it in, and I'll flip it around. So let's. Oh, I didn't get the gear in. What the hell? How'd that happen? Wasn't paying attention. I hope it didn't freeze out. If it did, that would really suck. All right, so for you, Stuart, I'm going to go through it so you can see it. So we'll do the whole setup sequence. So you'll see the proper way to do it. All right, so I didn't realize my gear hung up. All right, so number one, plug in the plane.
Normal mode, throttle cut.
Let's do that again.
Normal mode.
Okay, so plug in the plane. Then plug in the burner. Close the hatch. Now I didn't pay attention to my gear, so I'm hoping this thing goes up.
Gear down.
Yeah, okay, let's flip it around. Okay, there. So now I can hit throttle cut.
Throttle cut.
Have throttle. And full throttle. Half. And again, guys, this is, I painted this. This is a different color. I did a, because they come black, which is not scale. So I painted it. And what's up, RC Air Marshal? Just lighting up some fiery booties for everybody to see. Dakota, let me give you a wrench too. So Stuart, this is for you. You see it? So yeah, it's got a burner. And I just shipped one out that way over, I think you're in the UK, right? I just shipped a couple out there. So it can be done. That's low. That's a little over 50%, probably 55. And that's full. And yes, Stuart, that's a single LED. I don't do doubles because they reduce thrust. Don't listen to what anybody says. They do reduce thrust by quite a bit. As of right now, mine's the only one that does not. So yeah, Stuart, I can send it to you out there in the UK. Just got to pay for shipping. But can be done. I just sent 2 recently, but I've sent probably 6 total to the UK. So can be done, my friend. So that's, again, that's low.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
That is full. Yeah, Stuart, just hit me up on the messenger when you're ready. And again, guys, look at the screen. That's the only place you can get a GOONIAC Firey Booty. It's from the Facebook webpage. Facebook page. That's the only place. If anyone else tries to redirect you to any other place, they're lying to you, because I don't have an actual website. This is the only one. So, don't be fooled. Yeah, that's it. And in flight, it's really bright in flight. The cameras, the problem is, cameras can't pick it up. So, you can't get your white balance to focus fast enough. But it will. I mean, it's fast. And it's bright. The plane's not super fast, but it is bright. So, we've been going for about an hour. I don't want to take up forever, like I have the last time, but if you guys got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap it up. But again, this is informational for those of you that don't know. There is an imposter out there trying to copy. I'm trying to say that he's a Firey Booty distributor. He is not. There's only one. It's just me. There's only one GOONIAC. There's only one Firey Booty. And I am working on a dedicated website for information. I don't want to sell through a website because I'd rather, be in touch with all my customers personally. I don't want it to be a factory type deal where people just click order and then they get the wrong thing and they're annoyed. I'd rather talk directly to people. Okay, Michael Honeytech, I'm looking forward to it. So, any other questions, guys? Yes. There is no such thing as a GOONIAC. That's a good one, Robert. I like that. Yeah, so don't be fooled. Fakers. There are fakers. Isn't that funny, RC Marshall? I thought that was hilarious. GOONIAC. So yeah, the person went as far as registering their website under my name. So yeah, somebody's really got a crush on me. I find it funny. But yeah, if you want GOONIAC stuff, you got to talk to GOONIAC. And I don't burn light. Light doesn't burn. Afterburners are bright. And Firey Booties are bright. But I don't burn light. Victor, what's up? So I got a couple latecomers. Anybody have any questions? You just want to see me fire it up for you? Fire it up. Low throttle. High throttle.
Time remaining 1 minute.
Full throttle. Boom. Boom. This does change. This changed the way the plane looks big time. People don't think that. I'll put it this way. When I fly this at my club in Livermore, I've had people, because we're by a street, I've had people slam on their brakes and almost skid to a stop to turn around and come and look. I had one guy jump out of his car and said, I've never seen an electric airplane with a fire coming out its butt. And that's where I got Firey Booty from, and from a guy named Ken at my field. But he said, I've never seen fire coming out the butt of an airplane like that before. And it's electric. How'd you do that? So, yeah. Yeah, Sky Blazer, it's kind of crappy, but hey. It just shows you how some people work. I've been working on burners ever since 2011. So, the only person that could be stealing anything at this point, it ain't gonna be me. So, just, if anybody knows, if you guys know anybody wanting one, make sure to let them know not to go that way.
30 seconds.
Hey, RC Air Marshal, the plane's plugged in, but I have it on a separate channel. So I had a spare channel with this receiver. So I'm able to click throttle cut, and I have it a different, I have throttle slaved to somewhere else. Aux 2 on this one. So that way I can hit throttle kill, and it still works.
10, 9, timer cleared.
Yeah, there you go, that's it. So the whole plane's plugged in. It's just, here, I'll even show you.
Normal mode.
So yeah, throttle kill.
Throttle cut.
There you go. So that's it. So yeah, if you guys have a spare channel, this is the way to do it. Not hard to do. Thank you, Sky Blazer. I appreciate it. That's the thing about this hobby too, guys. It's, for me, most of what I've gotten here has been word of mouth and from people referring friends, which I really appreciate, referring fellow club members and whatever. So, it's cool if you refer people, be sure to tell them to let me know that they've been referred. And then, I'm going to start helping out the people that are helping me. So I haven't done any giveaways on my own channel yet, but hey, I can. And if anything, I'd like to get some sort of a referral program going. So if you get to a certain amount of referrals, you get something. Exactly what yet, I don't know, but it's something I'm thinking about doing. So RC Air Marshal, let's see if I can show you quickly. The way that I did it, figure out what channel is free. Then you go into the setup menu on your radio, and you go to channel assign. Skip the first page and go to port assign. Then you can select whatever channel you've chosen. You can make that throttle, but you have to make sure it's from the port, not from the other not from the other menu. It has to be from the port assigned. So then you click whatever one you've chosen. On this one, it's aux2, but whatever one you've chosen, make that throttle. And then if you want to double check it, go to your monitor and then run up your throttle and see if you have two throttles on there. If you click throttle kill, the actual throttle will be killed, and the other one will still work, which is what I'm doing right now. And yeah, Robert Ortley, this is a 7-channel, so I'm actually using the bind plug. Because it's aux2. Mike, I'm still here. Tell me what you want to see. Mike SSI, thanks for coming on, man. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that too. And Crazy Flyer, thank you. And yes, it's not a mix. I have the actual port assigned, so I have two throttles. Only one is the actual throttle, so the throttle kill will only work on the actual throttle. If that makes sense, RC Air Marshal. So cool, Robert. You make use of it too. Cool. So Mike SSI, what you want to see? No, the painting's from a couple months ago. I haven't done any painting today. The paint on the F-35 was the most recent done. Yeah. Yeah, so there's yes, it's port assign. On the DX9, it says channel assign. So there's two menus. There's one that actually where you can change everything, which you don't want to do, but you go to the one that's port assigned, because then you can assign a port. Go to that one. Thanks, John. Hey, John, you get a major shout out too. You reply and comment on everything I do, and I appreciate it. Yeah, camel toe. It's a funny view, I admit. But this is a good flying bird. This plane's actually going to be getting an update. I'm going to put in the new Platinum 2100 kV setup and give it a kick in the pants. Give it some more thrust. All right, cool, guys. So that's it. Nick, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. I'll help you out. But this is going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody hanging out, and I hate to rub it in, but I have to say it one more time. You can only get a Firey Booty from me, directly from me, from my Facebook page. There's an imposter out there using my name to direct to his site. Don't fall for it. I don't burn light. There's only thing burn in my name is afterburner, not burning of light. Just so you guys know. All right. So that's going to be it. Stuart Golding, it flies good stock. Flies really scale stock. But it's a little down on thrust. for what most people are used to. But it's more than enough. This thing hauls ass. It's well over 100 once you get it going. And when I take off, I can take off and climb out as far as I can see at a 45-degree angle. It just won't go straight up. So, yeah. But the new one that I'm going to get, it's a little bit heavier, but it's got a lot more power. Hey, the bird on my plane. But it's got a lot more thrust. So, all right, guys, that's it. I'm going to get going. Thanks for hanging out. Be sure to like and subscribe. There's a little button there that says all. If you click that, you'll see everything that I post. Be sure to do that so you don't miss out on anything, because I'm going to be going live quite a bit. I don't go back to work until at least June, so I have a lot of time. Come hang out with me when I set these things up. All right. Thanks, guys. Talk to everybody the next time. Peace. Let's do like Dave's RC.